The Foro Italico had welcomed some of the biggest legends in sports. But when Cristiano Ronaldo arrived in Rome, the atmosphere felt different. The Portuguese superstar had already conquered football with Ballon d'Or trophies, Champions League titles, and unforgettable nights at stadiums like the Bernabeu and Old Trafford. Yet on this warm afternoon in Italy, Ronaldo was not there for football. He was there to watch 20-year-old Filipina tennis star Alex Eala. Fresh off the best clay court run of her young career, Alex had captured attention at the WTA 1000 Italian Open with impressive wins over Magdalena Frech and 31st seed Wang Senu, followed by a brave fight against world number 2 Elena Rybakina. Filipino flags filled the Foro Italico as fans realized one of the most famous athletes on earth had come specifically to watch her play. Then Ronaldo did something nobody expected, creating a moment that stunned the entire tennis world. It was May 10, 2026, inside Rome's famous Foro Italico. The crowd buzzed with excitement. Cameras pointed toward the stands, and history quietly waited to unfold. The Italian Open was building toward one of its most exciting matches as 20-year-old Filipina star Alexa prepared to face world number 2 Elena Rybakina in the third round. The BNP Paribas Arena at Foro Italico was packed with Filipino fans waving flags and chanting "Lean Alex" throughout the stadium. The energy was unbelievable. Alex had already impressed the tennis world with a tough 3-set win over Magdalena Frech and a dominant straight-set victory against 31st seed Wang Senu. Defeating Rybakina would have been the biggest moment of her clay court season. Fans expected drama on the court, but nobody expected the biggest surprise to happen in the stands. As the crowd waited for the match to begin, the main entrance at Foro Italico suddenly opened and security quickly moved aside. A familiar figure walked instantly, drawing attention from everyone nearby. Conversation stopped, phones came out, and heads turned across the arena. It was Cristiano Ronaldo. One of the greatest football players in history had arrived not for football, not for celebrities, but to watch Alexa play tennis in Rome. And in that moment, the atmosphere inside the stadium completely changed. Tournament officials rushed into action as photographers lifted their cameras toward the front row. Cristiano Ronaldo had just arrived at the Italian Open. The football icon, famous for his 5 Ballon d'Or awards, multiple Champions League titles, and European Championship victory with Portugal, was not in Rome for football or business. He was there to watch Alex Eala. The moment Ronaldo sat down courtside at the BNP Paribas Arena, the atmosphere inside Foro Italico completely changed. Fans could hardly believe what they were seeing. At first, many people in the crowd did not notice him, but slowly the whispers spread through the stadium. Phones were raised, spectators pointed toward the front row, and excitement exploded across the arena. Ronaldo stayed calm the entire time. He did not wave to the cameras or ask for attention. Instead, he sat quietly with his eyes locked on the court, studying every point like someone watching greatness unfold in front of him. Then the match began. Elena Rybakina, the powerful world number 2 and former Italian Open champion, immediately showed why she was one of the best players on the planet. Her serve was nearly impossible to return, and her power from the baseline controlled the early rallies. Alexa was facing one of the toughest challenges of her career, while one of the greatest athletes in sports history watched every moment from only a few rows away. Alex Eala fell behind early against Elena Rybakina, but she never backed down. Every time the world number 2 seemed ready to take control, the young Filipina fought her way back into the match. Cristiano Ronaldo leaned forward in his seat as Alex broke serve, and the Filipino fans inside the BNP Paribas Arena erupted with chants and waving flags. One of the greatest football players in history watched closely as a 20-year-old rising star stood fearlessly against one of the best tennis players in the world. According to people sitting nearby, Ronaldo quietly said, "She is something special, not just the talent, the fight." The comment perfectly captured what made the moment so powerful. Ronaldo recognized the same mentality that defined his own legendary career, refusing to accept defeat, believing no situation is hopeless, and competing with complete confidence, no matter the scoreboard. Although Rybakina eventually took the match 6-4, 6-3, the score alone did not tell the full story. The battle on court was intense from the very beginning. Alex played one of the strongest sets of her season, firing aggressive winners and attacking with confidence. While Rybakina responded with the precision and power expected from a world number 2, Ronaldo did not come to witness an easy victory or a perfect result. He came to watch heart, determination, and the mindset of a fighter, and Alex Eala gave him exactly that. He matched between Alex Eala and Elena Rybakina stayed competitive from start to finish. In the opening set, the difference came from just one service break in the third game, allowing Rybakina to narrowly take the set 6-4 after 52 intense minutes. Alex continued fighting hard in the second set. After losing her serve early, she immediately broke back to level the score at 1-1 and even moved ahead 2-1 for a short time. Cristiano Ronaldo watched closely as the young Filipina refused to surrender against one of the strongest players in the world. Alex had already proven during her career that she could challenge elite opponents. She had faced world-class stars before and never showed fear. That same fearless attitude appeared again in Rome as she battled point after point in front of a loud crowd, waving Philippine flags and chanting her name. But Rybakina's power and experience eventually took control of the match. The Kazakh star won 3 straight games to lead 4-2. And although Alex pushed back one final time to make it 4-3, Rybakina calmly closed out the contest in straight sets 6-4, 6-3 after 1 hour and 32 minutes. Even in defeat, Alex left a strong impression on everyone watching, especially Ronaldo. AS fans applauded her effort. The football legend reportedly said, "She didn't give up. That's what matters." Alex walked off the court with her head held high after completing the best Italian Open run of her career. But while most spectators prepared to leave the arena, Cristiano Ronaldo stayed in his seat. He was waiting for something more. What happened after the match quickly became the most talked-about moment of the Italian Open. As fans expected Cristiano Ronaldo to leave the arena, the Portuguese superstar instead stood up and walked toward the players' tunnel. Security followed closely while photographers rushed to capture every second. Tournament officials looked confused. Nobody knew what Ronaldo was planning. A few moments later, Alex Eala walked off the court after finishing an incredible tournament run in Rome. Despite the loss, her performance had already guaranteed a rise to world number 38 along with prize money worth more than €79,000. She had proven she could compete with the very best players in women's tennis, but nothing could have prepared her for what happened next. That is, Alex entered the tunnel. She suddenly saw Cristiano Ronaldo waiting for her. The football legend smiled and simply said, "You played well. You should be proud." Shocked and emotional, Alex quietly thanked him. Then Ronaldo reached into his pocket and handed her a small box. Inside was a custom gold bracelet engraved with one word, Su, the famous celebration that became Ronaldo's symbol around the world. But in that moment, it was more than a celebration. It was a message of belief from one champion to another. Alex's hands trembled as she looked at the bracelet, overwhelmed by the moment. Tears filled her eyes before she could stop them. Standing face to face with one of the greatest athletes in sports history, the young Filipina could barely find the words to respond. Cristiano Ronaldo smiled at Alex Eala and told her, "You don't have to say anything. Just keep fighting. Keep believing. That's all that matters." It was a simple moment, but the impact was enormous. Within hours, videos of the exchange spread across social media and quickly became one of the most shared moments of the entire Italian Open. Fans around the world reacted emotionally as they watched one global sports icon recognize the heart and determination of a rising young star. The clip of Ronaldo giving Alex the custom suit bracelet exploded online. Football fans, tennis fans, and even people who had never watched Alex play before flooded the comments with admiration. Many saw the gesture as more than just a gift. It felt like a passing of belief from one champion to another. Ronaldo did not praise her because she won the match. He respected her because she refused to quit against one of the best players in the world. Social media quickly filled with emotional reactions. Fans wrote that Ronaldo recognized the same fighting spirit in Alex that made him legendary. Throughout his own career, others called the moment unforgettable, saying the bracelet symbolized courage, resilience, and the mentality of never giving up. For millions watching online, it was not just about tennis or football anymore. It was about greatness recognizing potential before the rest of the world fully sees it. After the emotional moment with Cristiano Ronaldo, Alexa became one of the biggest stories in global sports. Philippine media celebrated the encounter as a sign that the young Filipina had earned the respect of one of the greatest athletes in history. Portuguese newspapers also praised Ronaldo for taking time to support a rising star from another sport, calling the gesture classy and genuine. Tennis journalists around the world pointed out that Ronaldo rarely gives public recognition so personally, making the moment feel even more meaningful. Many believed he saw something familiar in Alex, the same determination, resilience, and hunger that shaped his own legendary career. Later that evening, Alex shared the moment on Instagram by posting a photo of the custom Sooth bracelet on her wrist. In her caption, she thanked Ronaldo for watching her match and for encouraging her to keep fighting and believing in herself. The post instantly exploded online, collecting millions of likes within a single day as fans from around the world flooded the comments with support and admiration. For many people, the moment went beyond sports. Cristiano Ronaldo had spent his career playing beside legends and competing at the highest level imaginable. Yet in Rome, he chose to recognize a 20-year-old Filipina tennis player who lost her match, but never stopped fighting. And that simple act turned Alex Eala into an even bigger global star overnight. Ronaldo has played against the best in the world for 2 decades, and he understands better than most what separates elite athletes from everyone else. For him, Alex Eala's performance was never about rankings or statistics. It was about something deeper: mentality. Throughout his career, Ronaldo has often spoken about his own journey from Madeira to Lisbon at just 11 years old, leaving his family behind to chase a dream that no one could guarantee. He grew up facing criticism for his slim build, his style of play, and his intense self-belief. But instead of breaking under pressure, he used it as fuel. Eventually becoming one of the greatest footballers in history, Alexa, he reportedly saw a similar path. A young athlete leaving Manila at 13, traveling thousands of kilometers to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Majorca, giving up comfort, familiarity, and family life to pursue excellence. She also faced doubt, criticism, and questions about her consistency and results on clay. Yet she continued to fight, improve, and push top-ranked players to their limits. That, for Ronaldo, was the real connection. It was not about whether she won or lost against the world number 2. It was about how she competed, as he was said to have reflected after the match. The difference was simple but powerful. Not everyone has that kind of fight. Cristiano Ronaldo arrived at the Italian Open as a spectator, but he left as a believer. He did not come to Rome expecting to be emotionally moved. It was supposed to be a simple break from the intensity of his own career, a chance to watch tennis and enjoy the atmosphere. But what he saw changed. That he saw Alex Eala step onto court against world number 2 Elena Rybakina and refused to back down. He heard the Philippine fans chanting, "Laban Alex," felt the energy rise inside the BNP Paribas arena, and watched a young player fight for every point with no fear of reputation or ranking. In that moment, it wasn't about the scoreboard. It was about character. "She has something special," Ronaldo reportedly said. Not just the talent, the fight. The bracelet he later gave her engraved with his iconic Sue was more than a gesture. It symbolized recognition. One competitor acknowledging the mindset of another. For Ronaldo, greatness has always been defined not only by trophies, but by resilience, discipline, and the refusal to quit. Alex Eala's run in Rome ended in the 3rd round, but her impact did not. She climbed to world number 38 and earned €79,510 in prize money, marking one of the most important milestones of her career so far. More than the result, she earned attention, respect, and belief from one of the greatest athletes in history. Now she turns her focus to the French Open, where another stage, another challenge, and another opportunity await, and where the world will once again watch to see how far her fight can take her. But the moment that will be remembered most from her Rome campaign is not the defeat on the scoreboard. It is the recognition she received from one of the greatest athletes of all time. In the end, the question becomes simple. When Alex Eala steps onto the clay at Roland Garros, will she look down at that bracelet and remember the football legend who believed in her? Or will she realize something even bigger, that the belief Ronaldo saw in her was never something he gave her, but something she already carried within herself? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to Court Legacy for more stories that go beyond the scoreline. Cristiano Ronaldo made a surprise appearance at the Italian Open to watch Alex's third-round match against world number 2 Elena Rybakina. The Portuguese icon sat in the front row as the 20-year-old Filipina pushed the Grand Slam champion in a competitive 6-4, 6-3 battle. After the match, Ronaldo walked to the players' tunnel and presented Ella with a custom gold bracelet engraved with Sue, his famous celebration. "Keep fighting, keep believing," he told her. The moment quickly spread across social media, reaching tens of millions of views. Ella, who defeated Magdalena Frech and Wang Senu earlier in the tournament before falling to Rybakina, rose to world number 38 after her strong run. She later posted a message of gratitude thanking Ronaldo for his support and calling the moment unforgettable.